Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since we've uploaded any videos. I just wanted to show you the little collection that we have here of our different cowboy revolvers and a rifle that we finally got. The first one here was my original baby. We've had this one for about 15 years, 18 years. It is the Uberti Cattlemen, the original. It's just like the Colt. It's got the brass back strap going all the way around, and it's a matte finish on it. I use this more for like hunting and cowboy action shooting and having fun in the backyard for myself. It's got a really nice handle, pistol grip on here, and has case hardened on the hammer. It's case hardened, but it has a black matte finish if you was wanting to hunt with it, so it wouldn't shine and stick out like other pistols can do, or revolvers in this case. But it is the 4-click model, just like the Colt. And if you can listen here, let's see if I can hold on to it and get it to come back. 4 clicks. And it has the fixed firing pin on the hammer. When I bring this back, you'll see it. And that does not move in. This is the original. It's fixed on there. So you always want to carry the cowboy load on this pistol. Now this one here, I say pistol, it's a revolver. It's both, but they're referred to as revolvers. But if you'll listen here, I get the first click back for a safety. And you also have a safety when you push over on this spring right here on that side, and you push that in. There's a second notch on that cylinder pin, and it will protrude back, and this hammer will be back even a little further, and it will not allow you to fire down the hammer and the firing pin onto the round that's in the chamber. But you always want to carry this with 5 rounds, the cowboy load. There's several videos out there on YouTube about cowboy load. It's simply bring it to half cock, I mean, when you're able to rotate the cylinder. You open the load gate, load 1, skip the next, load 4 more. When you pull the hammer fully to the rear, it rotates the cylinder, lower it down, and you're on an empty cylinder. There's your half notch right there. And that's safe to carry. But just be extremely careful with these models. They have the fixed firing pins. Okay, the next one here is the pretty boy. You don't have to do that, sweetie. Just pull it out of there. And this is the Uberti Cattlemen 2. It is a 3-click model. This is a white floral engraved. It looks like there's ammunition in it. It is snap caps. It's not live ammunition. It holds the firing pin safely. When you fire through, the firing pin lands on a spring cap inside of here. Looks just like a bullet, but they are caps. Just absolutely beautiful wood on it. The floral engraved. It's a white floral engraved steel. This is not stainless steel, but it pairs really nicely with my rifle, but you're not going to be able to see that just yet. You're going to have to wait. But beautiful pistol, and it is the 3-click model. So if you get a hold of it here and listen up, Uberti. That's what it stands for. Uberti. Uberti. It's an Italian maker. But it is a Colt replica. They changed that up to a 3-click model. This has a floating firing pin. Oh, pardon me. You heard that first click. That was my snap cap spring popping back in here. But this model has the firing pin that moves in and out. So when you, if you do not pull through the trigger, even with this all the way back, if you do not pull through the trigger, that will stay recessed back in there will not go forward and fire off your round. Uberti still suggests to carry cowboy load with 5 rounds, not all 6. Unless you're on a firing range, everything's safe in front of you. Don't point it at anything you don't want to destroy, because it will do it. I don't know if I mentioned, this is 357 Magnum, 38 Special, same here. You can hunt with them. I absolutely love the scrolling and the beautiful handles on them. And just the whole cowboy action. This was my first love. We had it for probably 15, 18 years. I've kind of lost track. I broke the trigger spring down underneath here. So I got a Wolf replacement. It's a round spring, and it's like lifetime. So I shouldn't have any more problems with this. This one came from Taylor's & Company. We purchased this one from our local store here in Bardstown. It used to be Keen's. Now it's Kentucky Gun Company. And they've vastly expanded on all their stuff. And we come down here. Here's one of the latest editions. And it is chambered in 9mm. These are both 4 3/4 inch length barrels all the way out. This one is a 5.5 inch barrel. It's all blued, case hardened. It's got the wood checkering on it. There's a lot of caramel in this. On the case hardening, you see there on the back how beautiful that is. Now these are acid dipped. It's not done with bone like the Colts originals, the Colts nowadays, standard manufacturing, which is very high dollar. We just can't afford something like that. This is a really beautiful pistol. I'll lay it down here. Try not to touch the other and scrape it up. But this is my newest one I was able to get. And there it is, 9mm Luger, El Patron. This is a Cattlemen 2 El Patron. 5.5 inch barrel. You can see how much longer it is from the ejection rod on the end of the barrel than these are. The ejection rod is right out flush with the end of the barrel. But I absolutely love these. I've been wanting one since I was a kid. My grandson's laying here behind me on the bed, and he's got one out here too. I don't know what to do with it. I think it's behind me. Here it is. You can hold that one for a second and we'll show it. But that is, again, in 9mm, and I was surprised. It will give you some nice recoil, even with that checkering. I like it. Go ahead and pull out his. Well, it was mine, but I gave it to him. This is a Heritage Rough Rider 22 long rifle, and it's been a little used, but he's had absolute blast with this. And I believe that's 4 3/4 inch barrel as well. Yeah, it's the cowboy style. He loves spinning this and doing all those type things. Let's see if you can set it there. And in between them, we got too many pistols, too many revolvers. You'll have to forgive me. I say pistols all the time. They are pistols, but they're referred to as revolvers. But here's some of the rounds I showed in the other video. This is a Barnes Vortex, all copper. Look at the expansion on that bullet. And they're really nice. Got a big open cavity down inside. And it's all copper, no lead. So you could deer hunt, hog hunt. And they're flying, what was the feet per second on this one? 140 grain on this, 1,265 feet per second muzzle velocity. Now that might be rated out of a like 16-inch carbine. Might be a little slower out of these pistols, but it's still going to hit them with a good wallop. Expansion and take out the lungs, that's what you're looking for. We'll come back to those. These are the 357 Magnum, 158 grain, so it's 18 grain heavier. Hon, can you turn the fan on? And this is a semi-jacketed deep cavity hollow point. And they hit pretty hard. Boy, they come out of there. I was surprised. I had lots of punch when those went off in the pistol, in the revolver. I believe I shot them out of this one here. It's probably what broke the trigger spring. No, it just, those flat springs after a while, so much flex in them, they'll snap. Get the Wolf replacement springs. Now this one here, pretty sure this one here came with a Wolf hammer spring, goes all the way down inside the handle, and trigger spring, and so did this El Patron. So these two I don't have to worry about, and that one's already been upgraded, so we can go grizzly bear hunting without no worries. But anyway, back over here, that was the 158 grain, so we dropped down from the 140 grain monolithic all copper bullet. And then these here are for just 357 Magnum, 125 grain. They are all full metal jacket type bullet. So lighter, easier to shoot, just about like a 38 special is. So those are a pleasure to shoot. These weren't too bad. These boogers right here, oh my goodness, I love them. 357 Magnum premium, hammer down, 170 grain. And look what they have on the box, a deer. Now I'll show you here on the back. It is muzzle velocity 1,610 at the barrel, and then 978 foot-pound of energy. That bullet's well designed, and boy, it hits hard. Now this was the last thing I was going to show you in this video. This is my Rossi R92, developed by John Moses Browning, and it's got the 20-inch barrel, all stainless steel. Can you go ahead and put away the El Patron there? I don't want that scratched. And it's got the buckhorn sights on the front. Got a little elevator there to bring it up in the front for more elevation out at distance. We were shooting about 55 yards, 50 yards, somewhere in there, 50 yards. And we need to drift this sight over a little bit. It was shooting a little high, so I brought this as low as I could get it down here and to the left. And I thought, well, maybe I just need to break in the trigger a bit, but most of our groupings was to the left. So I might need to drift that before we go deer hunting here shortly. Opening season for Kentucky, I think, is in a couple of weeks. But the wood grain on this is really pretty. I really enjoy it. Just a beautiful stock. And you got the stainless steel all the way out here on the end. Lever action. It's really nice. Let's flip it over here. Lay it down. Just really pretty wood. The barrel's real nice. It's got a nice end to the crown on the barrel. Nice rifling, you can see down through. My grandson absolutely loves shooting this. He's 12 years old. Beautiful wood grain out here. Pretty good finish, fit and finish. The only thing is the load gate takes a bit to get used to. It's a little stiff, but I may take this apart, which I normally take everything apart, and lighten that lift gate and get that to where it's easier to put it in. If you don't have that straight and push down to the proper distance, it will not find the load tube, the load gate, and you'll be cussing yourself and wondering what you're doing wrong. But it's a beautiful rifle. John Moses Browning designed this, and we love it. Real easy, mild recoil. Even with these boogers right here, 170 grain, coming out there with a lot of force, that would definitely knock over a deer. No question in my mind. Probably to 125 yards. If you can shoot accurately that far away, this would be the round I would definitely take over any of the others probably. It's a harder hitting round. You'll definitely have to go out, sight it for a distance like that. Make sure you know you can hit and it doesn't drop considerably. Bring your elevator up here if you have to get that round to hit on the mark. But I really enjoy this, guys. As you can see, my wife standing here beside me allows me to do it and get all these wonderful and fun tools, I'll say that, revolvers for our collection. All right, guys, I'll check back with you later on the next video. You guys have a good one.